proposal to protect religious freedom is moving forward. A Senate panel approves the bill largely under the radar this morning that opponents argue opens the door to discrimination. RTV6 State House reporter Katie Hines is live with details. Katie?
Erica, the bill is monitored after the federal Religious Freedom Restoration Act, and supporters say that it would serve as a shield to protect religious liberty, but opponents argue that it is so broadly written that it would allow certain businesses to refuse services to some people. The storefront for 111 Cakery on 16th Street is now empty. The bakery sparked an outcry on social media last year after its owners refused to make a cake for a gay couple on the grounds of their faith. A note on the company's website shows the owners decided not to renew their lease. The executive director of the American Civil Liberties Union says the timing of the religious freedom bill at the State House is no mistake.
It's no coincidence that this legislation was introduced last session right after HJR 3 was defeated.
The organization supported the passage of the Federal Religious Freedom Restoration Act, but is lobbying against the bill at the State House.
We've seen over those 20 years how the bills can be used and might be used and are threatened to be used, and that is to discriminate against minorities, populations.
The bill prohibits a governmental entity from substantially burdening a person's exercise of religion. Organizations, religious societies, and churches are also protected. The ACLU argues the proposal is broadly written, but the head of the American Family Association of Indiana disagrees.
A person couldn't say we're not going to serve someone, but when you're asked to participate with your artistic ability or your speech, that's when questions arise about, is this going too far, forcing people to endorse something that they don't believe in.
Micah Clark says the bill puts religious freedom and the state's interests on equal footing.
There's a great deal of concern among the religious community about hostility towards religion.
Katie, you mentioned the committee quietly passed the bill. How so?
Well, Erica, the committee passed the bill without any Democrats present for the vote. Now, we talked to the Democrats who sit on that committee. They tell us they were all simply running late. And in fact, the Republicans have a majority anyway, so the outcome wouldn't have been different to move this to the full chamber for a vote next. But the Democrats say that they wish the Republicans had waited for them to make a decision on a bill with such big implications. And this measure now does go to the full Senate for consideration. Reporting live at the State House, Katie Hines, RTV6.